and welcome back to Living in the Go. So today I want to talk to you about retirement. And for the people who know me, you know I retired early. I've been retired 7 years now. Love it. But I did retire early. And people were like, oh, are you able to do that? Can you do it? Well, if you think about it, you don't want to work until you can no longer walk around, right? You want to have some life left in you to do some things and retire. But money is certainly key, and you want to have enough of it to be comfortable. So some of the things to think about, because the big push out there, a lot of the financial people say, oh, you need minimum $1 million. You need $2 million in order to survive and whatever. And I say no to that, because I, in all honesty, did not have $1 million when I retired. But I knew that financially I was in a good place because I had set some things in motion to be able to retire. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. So one of the biggest things to think about is set your target. So if you're thinking, okay, maybe I want to retire at 55, or maybe I want to retire at 60, set your target in terms of where you want to be. The earlier you think about that, the better. But set your target of what that date is. And then you want to look at your expenses. So if you want to retire at 55, then if you have a house with a mortgage, you want to try to have it paid off or as close to paid off as possible. So that's not one of the big expenses that hit you, because that's a huge expense for people. And my house was pretty much close to paid off when I retired. And within the next couple of years, I just paid it off. So that eliminated that expense for me and gave me more money to work with. So look at your expenses. If you have a mortgage, you want to knock that out. You got credit card debt. If you're really thinking about retiring early, eliminate that credit card debt. Get rid of it, because that will be a hindrance for you, and that takes away money that you can use to have a good, comfortable lifestyle. You want to prioritize the things that are really important for you. So if you're thinking in terms of where you want to live and the house that you're in, if maybe that's something that will be a hindrance when you get ready to retire, that you can sell it and live a little more cheaply but more comfortably, then look at that. But those are the priorities. To all of those things you need to be thinking about before you actually do retire. Another thing you want to think about is your health care, because once you retire, you don't have the comfort of having health insurance through your job. I don't know how good your job insurance could be, but when you do retire, your income drops, right? And then you would be eligible for the Affordable Care Act. And you might find that you get even better insurance, cheaper price on the Affordable Care Act once you're not working anymore. So those are the things that you need to look into and investigate. Sometimes when you decide to leave your job early, they may even allow you to take COBRA for a little while just to get on your feet. So look into those things. Those are things or avenues that you need to think about. So the big ones are, again, healthcare and your expenses. You also want to have what I call a bridge account. So if you retire early, because you can tap into your retirement funds at 59 and a half, but let's say you go out at 55, you can still do it, but have what I call a bridge account, meaning have some money put aside in like emergency funds or money to live on. Maybe your savings that you're putting aside, make that for your retirement. So money to cover all of your expenses for a couple of years until you could tap into your money for the 59 and a half for your retirement funds. And then you also want to target when you want to actually take your Social Security, because the minimum is 62, you could take it. And then for people who were like my age range, it was 66, whatever. But after that is 67. It could go up a few years. So you want to look at that too. Invest, like, how long do you need to live before you have that additional income coming in? So a couple of things to think about. But I promise you, don't be afraid to retire early if you don't have $1 million in the bank, because it is doable if you plan ahead. Again, those expenses, again, your house, the priorities, making sure all of those things are down low, eliminated, and you can retire and be comfortable and be able to travel the way you want to, have the hobbies that you want to have. All of those things are within your reach, but you don't have to have $1 million in the bank. So just a little bit of information. Hope that helps. Thanks so much and have a great day.